Here it comes. Something hot from the oven. Mind your eye or it may burn your fingers. The author would feel obliged by Mrs. Whitehouse not allowing any stranger to dip into the sea pie until she has first perused it from one end to the other.
The Sea Pie is a pair of diaries that describe one man's voyage from Liverpool, around Africa, and on to India and Ceylon, a journey of some 4 months in 1842. They were written by sailor Charles Augustus Whitehouse, who was on board the brig Medina. Today, they are held in the archives of the Centre for South Asian Studies here in Cambridge. The archive houses a unique collection of letters, diaries, photographs and films belonging to ordinary British people who documented their lives in India and South Asia. One reason the diaries are such an important part of the collection is because of the paintings that accompany them. Charles Whitehouse bought them as souvenirs when he landed in India. Each is no bigger than a playing card. Some depict courtly scenes, others appear to show Indian pastimes and trades. They're incredibly fragile and rare because they are painted on mica, a transparent mineral, and represent a period called the Company School of Painting, where Indian art developed perspective. Here, a woman peeks shyly from the curtain of a purdah wagon. Men parade on a bejewelled elephant, rings in its ears, swathed in luxurious fabric. Entertainers reenact a battle scene, perhaps between a man and a god. A courtly chariot is drawn by white oxen. A thoughtful scribe clutches the tools of his trade, his splendid moustache almost quivering. The diaries and miniatures are a much-loved part of the collection because, unlike many diaries that have become a source of historical information, Whitehouse's journal is a deeply personal and highly idiosyncratic account. He writes them as a letter to his mother, and, as the ship is becalmed, he begins to dwell on his lost sweetheart back home, stolen away, he says, by another man.
Hanging, drawing and quartering would be really too good for such an intruder.
The pages fill with plaintive poetry and wistful musings.
Loving a woman, near sinketh deep, into the bosom she lets him creep. Loving a man is a far different thing, forms more than roses it doth then bring.
Eventually, many pages later, the sad sailor rallies, bringing his melancholic meanderings to an end with,
"So I've blued and bored you until I work myself back into my usual good humour. The storm is over and I feel much refreshed. After moping for a good half an hour, I went below for a cigar."